Can I say something, Democrats? Tyranny, you say? This is tyranny. This is dictatorship. When you weaponize in one day, on November 18th, 2022, and you appoint a special counsel to go after Donald Trump for having 102 so-called classified documents out of 13 or 14,000 in his home, and you sick the FBI on him, and Jack Smith was appointed that day to investigate that, the same day Nathan Wade is charging the White House, $200 an hour to meet with the White House counsel? Can I ask you Democrats a question? I listened to Nathan Wade. He didn't come across as a legal eagle. So why would you get this guy from an obscure Fulton County investigation and bring him into the White House the same day you appoint Jack Smith, the special prosecutor? Oh, I forgot. And why would the third ranking Attorney General in Merrick Garland's DOJ, and that's a very important position. You get judicial appointments when you get that. Why would he come from Alvin Bragg, Manhattan suit, into the DOJ, and then he would leave again? Excuse me, why would he come from Letita James and then go back to Alvin Bragg, all on the same day? That is tyranny. That's tyranny.
Victor Davis Hanson exposes the raw hypocrisy and theatrics of the modern Democratic Party, framing their actions as tyranny dressed up as morality. Trump's opponents may scream, scold, and weaponize institutions, but Hanson shows why their hypocrisy only fuels his support, highlighting the clash between performative leftist elites and the enduring values that built America.
Getting the FBI to work with Facebook and Twitter to suppress news, that's tyranny. Trying to take a major candidate off the ballot, that is tyranny. I could go on and on with disinformation. So this is what the Democrats do. They bolt, they flee, they scream, they yell, they get on their back and kick up in the air. They do this smutty little videos. We had Jasmine Crockett saying Donald Trump is a piece of blank. Yeah, Jasmine. She always goes from the prep school, spoiled brat, upper middle class childhood when she wants to act snobbish to when she wants to go full inner city and she has that fake accent as if she doesn't care and she's a wild woman. And that is the face of the Democratic Party and the squad. That is who they are. And I'm not saying they're not going to win the House. They can. Because all they're going to say is they're going to tell you that Donald Trump is Lucifer one day, Satan the next, the devil the third. And that's what they're going to do. And we'll see if it works. So it's just part of this same, it's reminiscent of Barack Obama. We're not an exceptional country. Remember that? Or we're only exceptional the way Greece thinks it's exceptional and Britain thinks it's exceptional. Or the apology tour, we go to Turkey and then talk about Native American genocide or whatever he was talking about. It's the same thing of the LA protest where you spit or burn the flag of the country under no circumstances. You leave and you wave the one you won't go back to. So it's always been that way with the left. They're internationalist humanists, so they feel their allegiance is to humanity. That's the good take on it. The bad take of it, they're just ingrates. And remember, she's a member of the squad. She said she was a member of the squad. And we had Bowman. He got kicked out. Remember Bowman? He was the one that let off the fire alarm.
Yeah.
And then he said a bunch of crazy things in addition. And then we had Cori Bush. She was a member of the squad. She hired her boyfriend or husband or something to be her security. It was fraud. They kicked her out. She lost the election. And then we had Ilhan Omar, who said that she was surprised what a trashy country it was compared to Somalia, and that she never saw dictatorship in Somalia as much as she did the oldest democracy in the world here in the United States. She's the one that had a map, I think, in her office with no Israel on it. And then we had AOC and all of her little psychodramas about eat the rich and trying to get her boyfriend into claiming sometimes he's her husband and some days he's not, depending on whether she gets a discount or expenditures paid for him. So they're all con artists in a very pathetic, low-grade way, and they all can't just say they like the United States. It's the best place in the world to be, and they're happy they're here. And I once asked my Swedish grandfather why his father brought them all, why they came to United States. Because he was farming, and it was very hot. It was like 105. And my father used to plant cotton when I was about 6, and he would make us go out and glean the cotton. Boy, that tears your hands up. They had a primitive cotton picker, 2-wheel thing, and it didn't get everything. So we would go out with these big cloth sacks and pick cotton, and they'd weigh it. So my grandfather was out there helping us. He was, he must have been 65, 70 years old. So I said, why did you come here? Isn't Sweden cold? Wouldn't it be nice? And he said, listen, Victor, we were farming, my dad was farming rocks, and it was cold, and you never could do anything but farm rocks. There was no way you could ever get a place like this. He had 45 acres. This is the best soil in the world. Anybody who doesn't understand that is crazy.
If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.